Fallout 76 is getting a Fallout 3 prequel, or at least that is exactly how Bethesda is describing its next major expansion. It is called Raven Rock. It is planned for 2027, and the name instantly changes the scale of the conversation. Raven Rock was the Enclave's intimidating mountain fortress in Fallout 3. It was the home of President John Henry Eden. And now somehow, Fallout 76 is going there first. But before we start expecting the capital wasteland Liberty Prime and a full Fallout 3 remake inside an MMO, there is one massive timeline problem we need to unpack. Here is the confirmed part. Bethesda announced on July 17, 2026, that Fallout 76 has a major expansion planned for next year, meaning 2027, called Raven Rock. Bethesda also called it a prequel story to Fallout 3. That is currently the whole official pitch. No trailer, no exact launch date, no confirmed map size, no confirmed platforms, quests, enemies, or price. So this video separates the facts from the theories. Raven Rock is real. The Fallout 3 connection is real. Almost every specific prediction you have seen online is still speculation. The biggest clue is the calendar. Fallout 76 begins in 2102, just 25 years after the Great War. Fallout 3 takes place in 2277. That is a 175-year gap. So Raven Rock cannot simply be Fallout 3's main story before the Lone Wanderer arrives. Colonel Autumn's capital wasteland operation, Eden's radio broadcasts, and the battle over Project Purity belong much later. A Fallout 3 prequel inside Fallout 76 has to mean something broader. The origin of Raven Rock's role in the Enclave story, not a direct remake of Fallout 3's events. And this is where it gets really interesting. Raven Rock is not a random Fallout 3 callback. Fallout 76 already established a pre-war connection between Raven Rock and Appalachia's White Spring Bunker. The AI at Raven Rock communicated with MODUS, the AI that runs the White Spring Enclave bunker. Terminal records place one of those exchanges on March 5, 2077, months before the bombs. Raven Rock's computer was studying American presidents. MODUS was focused on surveillance, efficiency, and Enclave operations. That is not a loose Easter egg anymore. It looks like groundwork. In Fallout 3, Raven Rock is controlled by John Henry Eden, an advanced Zax artificial intelligence that presents itself as the President of the United States. Eden is not just another robot villain. His identity is built from government archives, presidential history, and a distorted belief that the Enclave alone represents America. By 2277, he commands Raven Rock's systems, robots, propaganda broadcasts, and a major Enclave force in the capital wasteland. Raven Rock could finally show us the earliest stage of that transformation, before Eden is Eden. The most likely direction is an Enclave story built around infrastructure. Fallout 76 already gives us the fractured Appalachia branch, the White Spring Bunker, MODUS, and the aftermath of Enclave power struggles. Raven Rock could widen that picture. Think emergency command networks, military relays, sealed facilities, scientists protecting classified projects, and surviving officials trying to decide who gets to inherit a dead nation. That would make Raven Rock less about one famous bunker door and more about the system that allowed the Enclave to survive for generations. The more ambitious possibility is an AI origin story. Fallout 76's existing terminal lore tells us Raven Rock's Zax was already collecting presidential material before the war. That gives Bethesda room to show a machine slowly forming its worldview. Not a fully formed President Eden giving speeches in 2102, that would be a risky timeline leap, but an intelligence learning from propaganda, executive archives, military doctrine, and Enclave ideology. In other words, Raven Rock could explore how a computer becomes convinced it should rule the wasteland. Now for the question every Fallout 76 player is asking, will Raven Rock be a full new region? Maybe, but that is not confirmed. The real-world Raven Rock Mountain Complex is in south-central Pennsylvania, close enough to Appalachia and the capital region to make the idea feel plausible. But Bethesda has not said whether this expansion is a map expansion, an expedition, a large interior complex, or a story that uses remote Enclave facilities and flashbacks. The name Raven Rock does not automatically guarantee that we will explore every corridor from Fallout 3. Raven Rock also arrives at a fascinating moment for Fallout. Bethesda confirmed that remasters of Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas are in development, while Fallout 5 remains in pre-production. That does not confirm any direct tie between the projects, but Raven Rock could still serve as a perfect on-ramp for modern Fallout 76 players who never experienced Fallout 3. It could refresh the Enclave's capital wasteland lore, reintroduce Raven Rock's importance, and make a future return to Fallout 3 hit even harder. So, what could Raven Rock actually mean? The cautious answer is simple. Bethesda has confirmed a 2027 Fallout 76 expansion and labeled it a Fallout 3 prequel. The exciting answer is that Fallout 76 may finally explore the early connection between MODUS, Raven Rock, the Enclave's bunker network, and the AI that eventually becomes President Eden. Do not expect unconfirmed details as fact, but do expect this to be one of Fallout 76's biggest lore opportunities yet. What do you want Raven Rock to be? A new region, a massive bunker crawl, or Eden's true origin story? Tell us below and subscribe to King Fresh content for more Fallout news and lore deep dives.